Okay, so we're gonna start by looking at Ilios when we played against Niagara. So we're gonna look at Ilios first because I have specific points that I want to go over there because we should not have struggled in certain areas, and it's actually, and the reason we struggled is actually due to our setups and our lack of proper setups. So first we're gonna go to this point. We're first gonna watch a clip. So let's see exactly what are we doing right now. Then I'll ask questions. Okay, what just happened? What are we doing?
You're just poking, getting information.
Exactly, but why? Why do we need to be poking right now? Should we? Look at all of their positions. We could see Doom's alone on point. Both of his support lines are with a Weaver and with a Moira. Either they're going to be forced in to support this Sigma, or he's going to be forced out. They're in poor positions, this Junk being all the way back here, and Cass not really being in a great position to support, because this is well out of that 30-meter range that he's, before that damage fall off. Why are we not just pressuring the Doomfist? We don't need to be poking here. It's not, the neutral game is...
Hey, what do you mean pressuring the Doomfist, bro?
Not the Doomfist, the Sigma, I mean, my bad.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, no, that's a bad on me. But we're just wasting a lot of time and just like giving up a lot of map control for no reason when we could just be everyone looking at this Doomfist. No, it's Sigma. Everyone looking at the Sigma. It's just gonna continue. And see, now we're trying to go on the back line. Like, yes, I like that we're making these strides to go onto that back line. But again, why not just look at the Sigma? Sigma's alone. Very alone. Pressure him back. They're not doing anything to us in this position because Junkrat doesn't have a good angle on anything being here. Cass is too far away to really be doing anything to anyone. The only one that's actually in a position to do something and that's also disrupting us is this Sigma. So going forward, let's try to recognize, yes, we want to always, most of the time being attempt to going for that low mobility character, but sometimes in certain situations like this one, it's not, there's nothing wrong with going for that tank. And that's perfectly fine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but wait, doesn't it force Sigma to go back in first place?
It'll either force him off, force supports in, force his team up. So util is going to be used by the enemy. Enemy util is going to be forced out no matter what, or they're going to lose the Sigma.
So what's wrong with it?
What's wrong with what?
This.
It's just that there's nothing wrong with what we're doing. It's just that just watch. Just watch how long we spend in this situation before we even make it.
Not even open though.
See? We're wasting a lot of time while Sigma is just sitting on point. I know point's not open yet, but we could still be fighting to hold that objective, hold that point. And with how far back this support line is off rip, we could just easy pick. It's an easy pick. Am I wrong?
No, but yeah, I guess.
It's just the speed of play. We need to be able to recognize, okay, yes, we want to be looking for that backline in some way, but okay, wait, where's the Sigma's team, guys? Where's his team at? Sigma alone on point? We do it when we're mid-fight. We do it mid-fight, and we do it during other situations. Why not just do it off rip? Kill the Sigma off rip. Because see, we give more than enough time for the Sigma's team to group up with him, and we're still not even in the fight yet. And just now, a minute in, we're finally in the first fight. A minute in. And that was about 30 seconds of neutral. 30 seconds of unnecessary neutral. Okay? As long as we understand...
I think the main thing that happened here, can I just say, yeah, Vine was just looking for like a squishy target to actually engage on, and all we saw was Sigma, so he just didn't engage. The team pushed up, and that's when...
And yeah,
I feel like Sigma is getting help in that situation, though. I don't know.
No, the Weaver just goes on a pedal.
Life Weaver has
it doesn't
the
matter.
range.
That's
yeah.
fine. If he pulled him out, then we get point. We get map control.
But the same outcome would be for Cass. That's what I'm saying. I think
it would
they
not be
didn't
the same outcome.
really...
It wouldn't necessarily be the same outcome.
Actually, you wasted more utility with Cass being jumped in the first place.
Abby, unmute. Ryan.
Oh. Okay. I thought he could.
Here. Oh, Ryan.
You got it?
Like, realistically, I think that was like 15 seconds of analyzing the fight. That's even less than 15 seconds.
It's not even that, because if I fight the Sigma, I'm in danger of lock. And then if we do fight the Sigma...
Ryan, you're not the only one fighting the Sigma, though.
Well, yeah, no, but I'm saying, like, they got 3 counters. Like, different trap, lock,
No,
And then
but Ryan, what I'm saying is, just look at what's about to happen when I unpause.
I mean, realistically, you're in danger of Cass and Rock at the same time.
I know, I'm
Junk
just
is
trying to
all the
scope.
way over here. Cass is all the way over here. Cass isn't even in. Cass can't even see from this position.
Off-rip?
This
Yes.
guy is yes, exactly, off rip. You have to see. Okay, what's your POV? What do you see? You see Junk. You see part of a Life Weaver. You don't see a Cash. You don't see a Moira. This is an easy pick. Junk being all the way back here, this is an easy pick for you. Especially not just you alone, because you have Yek right here, you have John right here, and you have Jared and Damar. This is an easy 5-man pressure.
Yeah, Jared, why are you eating the wall right now, bro?
That's a little
Why are you
pissed,
eating the
man.
wall right now, bro?
I'm running back.
What Jared did is actually perfect, because Jared split this team. With this nade, this
Watch my point of view. Watch my point of view. Watch my point of view.
right now,
Rewind.
from here on?
Oh,
Or,
no.
Rewind, and watch my point of view. You know,
That's a nice wall, bro.
Just watch how I start the round, bro.
look, it's actually, I really like what he did here. Because it's actually allowed for this pick on that Sigma. See? That initial nade right there. Wall. That initial nade split the cast and split this team. This cast is now a little bit split unless you want to get back over to the team. But either way, they're forced back here a little bit unless they want to power through and take the extra damage, in which case Jared is here to reinforce that pressure. So really, it's just we need to be able to recognize those diveable targets. In Sigma, like I've said, tank is not always the target that isn't almost never the target that we want to find, but this is a situation where it is the target because of the poor team play on their side. Okay?
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
I had a fire drill, which is why I'm late.
Oh. Oh, good. Okay. Next point. Okay, what is this? Okay. Wait, let me read. How do we like this setup? How do we like this position? We just won the past fight, and now we're setting up for the next. What do we think of what we're doing?
I like my position.
Okay.
I
Ryan?
don't like.
Ryan? Big African 2-2. Ryan?
You're muted, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
How do you like your position?
My position?
Yeah?
This position is great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you please explain to us how it is great then?
Great. It's a good off angle.
It's a
Have
good
him
off
take the-
angle. Yes.
And I can see everybody in their back line and what you feel they're using possible.
You can see
And
Junkrat.
I can. And I see the Lucio.
You barely see the Lucio.
Okay, like before,
I think
man,
what-
like, you give some.
He also doesn't have to see anything if we're calling it out for him. Because look at,
Yeah, I know. But the main thing I'm trying to get to is that Ryan, you're so far away. Even though you're quick, you're so far away that by the time if this was a more coordinated team, they would just walk on these guys, and it would be a struggle for you to get back into this fight. You need to make sure, not just you, but everyone needs to make sure that they're positioning around each other. While yes, we don't necessarily need to position together, we need to be positioning around each other. So maybe instead of being all the way back here, maybe just play here. Just play here, or like even here. Play around this cover. Play around this, what would be a mega, I believe. You could still see, and you don't need to be on high ground. Yeah, you could be over here. You could be pressuring from this angle. And now look, okay, we have 3 different LOSs on this little rectangle-ish area, which is going to be the prime target to fight because that's the main area that we normally find ourselves fighting in, right? Yeah. Does that also make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to make sure that we're positioning around each other so that we could support each other in case something goes wrong, in case they do something weird, like all rushing Yek on this area, meaning Yek would just kite back here, Ryan would go in and close from behind, Jared would honestly just maybe step up a little bit, or even just hold his position, maybe move over here a little bit, and so we can entrap them in this area. It's all about how we position ourselves, compare it in relativity to their own positioning. So we need to watch their positioning too. It's not just our positioning, because we position around them as a dive comp. They don't position around us, and we don't just force our own positions. We need to be positioning around the enemy and their movements in order to force them to rotate, in order to have a more successful dive. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
I think we just haven't set up on the map to really.
We can play this map more, but we don't need to right now. Right now, I believe the map that we need to be practicing is, what did I say it was? What are we? What's first map next week? It's Lijiang, right?
Lijiang.
Yeah. So
Soon
if
if it
we're
is
going to be
Lijiang.
scrimming control maps, it's going to be Lijiang Tower going forward. But yes, we can continue to work on setups for this map as well. But otherwise, it's not just on on Ilios. It's on every map that we need to start recognizing this, because we don't always in some fights, if we were to look back, we'll see a lot of this repetition of, okay, we're kind of not really positioning together in the sense that we are in spots that support each other, that we're able to easy access to each other. But if we could start recognizing that going forward, our setups will be a lot nicer, and our dives will be a lot more consistent. Okay. So again, this is another great point for the setup. Another good point for setup. Why are we just standing around? I understand. Hold on. I have it on 20 seconds. I understand we're waiting for Yek to come back from spawn. But could we not be looking to set up here? And by when I say set up, what do I mean here, Ryan? Or not Ryan, Abby. What do I mean by set up here when I say set up?
The fuck you mean? I'm not in game.
You're not in the game, but that doesn't mean you can't have an opinion.
What do you mean? What am I looking for here?
Okay, we're looking. I'm saying we should be looking to set up here, because we're waiting for Damar to come out of spawn. But what should we be looking to do instead of man standing right here around?
I mean, we're trying to surround them at this point. No, in some sort of way.
Fine. That's fine. Yeah. That's more than I'm getting. That's more than what we're gonna see in the if we go back. Like, see, we don't want to just be like standing in this area waiting for people to come back. We want to be looking to set up. Ryan, we need some form of information. Ryan or Yek, not Yek. Ryan or Jared, one of you two could step up here while waiting for Yek to come back from spawn, and see. Okay, they're playing this right side, or they're playing our right side. So what do we want to do? I could look to encroach on here and maybe apply a little bit of pressure over here, being Doomfist and all. And then once you guys are ready, once Jared's maybe here and Yek's maybe up here, or playing around here, maybe Jared's playing around here and Yek's playing around here, something like that. Okay, now we're set up a little bit more. Now we could go in for the kill. Maybe we play a little bit more environmental here and try to force them off point and force them as close to the edge as we can, because we have two environmental people, or people that can get environmentals. We want to every fight, even if we have to reset, soft reset like that, we want to make sure that we're still not just giving up a lot of space and just standing still. We want to be always getting ready for that next fight by finding that next positioning. Okay, what's a position that could be beneficial to my team right now? Because yes, we're still waiting on Damar, we're still waiting on Jared, we're still waiting on Yek to all come out of spawn. Ryan, you could be thinking, okay, what could benefit my team right now? And that's information. We don't know too much, because we're all back here. We don't know where exact enemy positioning. So let me hop up here. Let me see what's okay. Cass is a little bit extended here. Cass is in front of the tank. Maybe we pressure that Cass back. Jared, he's in front of shield. In front of shield. Easy damage. Easy free damage here. Maybe even force him out. Maybe force out roll or nade. Something. Some form of information is something that we could be looking to communicate. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So going forward in future scrims, I want us to be looking for that initial setup, because no matter what, it's how we want to be positioned, finding that initial positioning, and also how does that initial positioning support each other? Am I overextended? Am I underextended? Am I able to support my team in some way? And then also just speed of play, being faster with it. Okay. What map you guys want to look at from the scrim that we struggled with a little bit?
Just keep your radius. What was the map? Yeah,
the one that you took. It's New Queens, Busan, Junkers, Numani, and Chambali.
New Queens.
New Queens? Everyone agree with that? Everyone fine with that? I mean.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay. That's 6F.
Ryan, when are you at work till? What
I
time do
work till
you
I work till 10, but if no one's here like at 9:30, I'm close.
Okay, well, we're gonna be trying to find, we're gonna try to recognize some of those things that we just talked about on Ilios here, because we're still trying to find that, work on our setup for the dive. Okay, let's see. Ryan. How do we like our, how does everyone feel about their positioning right now?
I'm good because I can still back up.
Yeah, that's fine. Ryan, thoughts? First. Lovely. Yak is gone. Support line. How do you? Oh wait. Gabby's here instead of Demar. But John, how do you feel?
I could be a bit more back or towards crosshair.
Yeah, just you're a little bit in the open, but we could be just playing a little bit more cover. And Demar, how do you feel about Gabby's positioning? Just say that was you instead.
I guess more towards cover, and the queen is kind of right there, so if I play away from her.
And how about instead of cover, how about just with Yak? We could have initially rotated with Yak and tried to play for overpass. Yak would have that extra speed / healing bonus, able to win his fight on boxes more, allowing you two to regroup with the team a lot faster. This Soj is sliding out. Interesting. Did we call Queen behind? I think we did. But we want to make sure that we're listening to that call. Because Ryan, right now, you don't want to be engaging this team. Because you are engaging alone.
He also gets both of them off the map.
Yeah, we just want to be more cautious and aware of what's going on behind us, Ryan. Because this is fine. It's unfortunate John had to die. That it's not too much he could have done differently, probably. But Jared had to slide out. That's fine. Savinity's fine. Ryan is not fine. Like, yes, you're getting people off the map. However, we're
It's 2 support for 1 support. Fair trade.
But what if he didn't hit that? What if
But
what if the Kiri had better reactions? What if he didn't hit him? What if he didn't hit that Lucio as far? Those are very risky supports to hit off a map because they both have the ability to save themselves when get hit off a map. You got to play for those minor what ifs. It's very important to recognize those. We need that backline support more than we needed the double pick, or the possibility of a double pick. Not really. Ryan, do you want to be here? Ryan? Ryan.
Big African 222.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to play with Yakmore or Crosshair? You told me to play
It's
with the person
situational.
that's
It's situational. It's mainly going to be Jared, but if there's if
Whichever is not struggle or whichever is struggling more, you play with.
not always, not always. It's mainly Crosshair. It's mainly Crosshair he wants to be sitting with because Yak is going to be mainly with Ryan. Jared's not necessarily going to be with those two, and he's going to be more setting up on a longer angle. Because he has that longer range. So he needs that speed to get to those angles faster. And obviously, unless Yak makes a request or unless Yak is playing split like he was off rip here, because this is initially what we want to do. We want to have everyone, or most of the team go to and try to play for statue contest, and then we want one of our DPS going up here, which realistically, Genji or Sojourn doesn't really matter. But whichever one it is, I want Damar with them to support them because they get that little extra speed bonus, and then they could also utilize that speed to collapse in on if there is any contestation of this high ground. So it's partly situational, but it's mainly Jared that you want to be looking to play with, or the Sojourn, not Jared.
Yeah.
Unless we're running hard dive, in which case you might not be on Lucio. Because hard dive, we may be running something different. Jared, how do we feel about our positioning?
I'm playing in a really good spot because I can still back up.
Okay. Could it be better?
And no, I could play inside the building, but then again, they have the Genji and the Lucio, and the Lucio was playing like.
I'm too wide.
I think I'm fine, because it's giving me, because if we're backing up, we're going under the bus, and I'm still playing back as to where I can get a pick. See, like I'm still controlling the back, playing on top of the bus. As I'm playing there, I can still firing off shots and everything like that, and I can still kite back with Ryan.
Now my question is, if Yek was here, the fuck is he doing? He's taking way too long. He's just dilly-daddling over here, not really allowing Ryan to get that actual dive that he wants. Yek, in the video going forward, we want to make sure that we're being a little bit more aggressive, because just yes, Ryan's going to be the initial one making the call, but that doesn't mean you still can't be looking to set up or even poking, because we could be playing all the way back here, poking, trying to take a little bit of distraction off of this line, off of U4 or 4 to 5 or 3 to 4, whatever the lineup is. That even the point can go towards Ryan. Ryan could be playing up here. Yek could be playing maybe back here and trying to get this off angle. In which case, he has the mobility to get out of that fight, or something else, something similar to that. So we want to be able to recognize all these different areas. In which case, that we could try to surround or at least get make it easier for us to be ready to go in on that engage for that dive that we want. Ryan needs to be supporting the backline right now. Yek is taking a lot of damage. Okay, I was about to ask if we could pop OC here. If you didn't, but you did. Nice.
I didn't get anything with it though.
It's pressure. It's the mindset of pressure, because you see here once she presses Q. Like, see, they rush, and now that you've also done your overclock, they're not being as aggressive as they'd want to have been, because they're going into an overclock, and that doesn't really matter, because that just scares off a rush. So you did something. You might not have gotten value out of your thing, but they didn't get value out of theirs either. So that's what happened there.
This ends now.
Good pick. That's a really good pick.
Time for the reckoning.
Really, really nice taking advantage of her overextending like that. It's really difficult to use Queen ult properly. You guys did good with that, or did good with her poor usage. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Damn, Genji did. That's another good pick. We're really shutting down their ults. This would be a great blade. Or not.
I respect the shit out of her. Like, I like her as an artist. I don't like her as an artist. She's a bad bitch.
See, we have them where we want. We're just not set up. Jared, I like your positioning. Ryan, this is fine. Yek, just a little bit delayed again. It just, every time I'm watching this, I'm just seeing Yek slightly delayed when it comes to what we're actually doing. And I don't know if that's because he's just slow reactions, or the more likely option, Ryan's just communicating what he's doing late, or after he's already started doing it. Because I think that's something that Ryan does a little bit.
Not necessarily. I think Hunter was trying to fight that. I don't know what he was doing beforehand. I think he was peeking the stairs.
Let's see. We take the space from them. I like that Ryan's taking the space. That's good. Now this group, you guys want to be taking space as well, because just because Ryan's making space doesn't mean he's the only one that needs to be making space. You guys could be taking this space because he's made it for you guys. Now you guys could be looking to step up and maybe play a little bit more around card, maybe play this high ground a little bit more, something more like that to support Ryan in some way, instead of being all the way back here while he's doing the most. Yeah, and then again, he's taking more space. I like Civinity stepped up. John trying to step up. Yek still needs to be doing a little bit more. Yeah, Yek's still trying to poke when Ryan's already engaging into a fight. We need to find that similar or that same situation, because if Yek was instead taking that space over here, like I mentioned, we could have actually probably had that pick on the Sojourn. If we don't, well, I think we get it anyways, but we could have had it more efficiently, as well as Ryan would not be dying in a couple of seconds. Yeah, that might not have happened if we had Yek up already. It really is going to come down to the micro of our movements to determine whether or not a dive is going to be successful. It was a good rush. Good pressure out of rush as well. Again, I gotta just bring up the togetherness again, or so playing together in that sense that we talked about in Ilios. Because like, yes, Ryan, you're all the way up here, and Yek's all the way around here, but what the fuck is John and Jared doing? It's not that you two are doing something wrong. It's more or less we're engaging without them. We're just fighting without them, and we don't want to be doing that. We want to make sure that they're at least in some way involved in this situation. And John being at, what is that? Actively just 1 health. Yeah. This is not a good situation for us to be looking to engage into. Now we're down. We just want to be looking to reset, soft regroup. Remember, or disengage. We want to be looking to disengage after we lost John, especially now that we've lost Divinity. Because after both of those, we should have been looking to soft disengage, and maybe even hard disengage at this point because we're down sports. But we need to recognize, okay, we've done too much, or we've been a little bit too aggressive when we got our teams, part of our team picked off. Again, we're just fighting our own fights. Yek's doing his own thing. Ryan's fucking with the tank right now. And Jared's not even in a fight. We need to be doing it together. Whatever it is, we need to be doing it, engaging on that same target. Meaning, Ryan, you need to be either jumping back here to support Yek, or Yek needs to be turning around to support Ryan in some way.
This ends now.
Okay. A little unfortunate.
This ends now.
Down 2. What are we doing? Okay.
For the reckoning.
We want to play around Bean. Bean has ult up, meaning we want to maximize his ult usage. So we want to play around him. It's going to be hard for Ryan to do so, but more or less, Ryan, what you could be looking to do while John has ult, even though you're not going to get benefit from his ult, you could look to pressure out anyone that's trying to do something about his ult, whether that be Kiriko, whether that be Genji, or whether that be Queen trying to pressure him out. Something like that, you want to be looking to pressure him out, or apply pressure to those locations while John is in ult. And that goes for anyone in ult, like Yek. That goes for Jared. That goes for all of you when your ults are up.
No, only, it should be metal only. No, versus some fun stuff to it. No, it shouldn't be versus metal. No, like Hades Kerbex would, like, bend over. Okay,
Okay, again, same thing that I said on Ilios. We want to be setting up. Like, yes, we have bot. That's good. We have bot, and we like that. But not 4 of us don't need to be on fucking point. 4 of us don't need to be on point. 1 of us needs to be on point. That means the other 4 of us could be looking to set up for the next engagement. We have to think about, like, a little bit of algebra, geometry, about when are they going to be re-engaging, at what point is our bot going to be for the next re-engage, and when do they want to re-engage. So we need to be recognizing, okay, they're going to be re-engaging here like they are currently. How do we want to be set up for that? Is Yek ready to fight? No. Is Jared ready to fight? Kinda. Ryan's ready to fight? Ryan's in the fight. We need to make sure that we're positioning so that we're all doing what Ryan's doing together. Meaning, Jared, you, instead of being on bot, maybe we could have been looking to take up here instead and just waiting around here and seeing what we could see. Or maybe going back here because you have slide and you're able to play this a little bit of an off angle, and instead maybe have Yak up here. But we all need to be ready to engage this fight together. So that comes with that pre-engagement setup. We want to be thinking about where the next fight is going to be taking place, so how could I position to take that fight with my team, to support my team? Because Ryan Ryan always takes the first fight opportunity that he's going to get. Yes, that's something that Ryan needs to fix. However, it's also something that the team could be looking to play around because, yes, we want Ryan to adjust his play style, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't adjust our play styles because we could all be looking to adjust to make our synergy the best it can be. So we need to be all making those micro adjustments to our own play style so that we could be engaging together. Does that make sense? Cool.
My shit is like 50.
It's a good beat. That's fine. We're up. We picked a support.
Meteor strike.
No, I'm talking first. Same thing with metal. But after evolution,
Yep. John, right now your goal is to keep well, I was about to say John and Savinity, but John, your goal is to just play with Ryan. If they no matter how many more they had, you have to play for Ryan, John. That's all I can say. Again, we're just not fighting the same target. Like, yes, they're looking at this Genji, but Jared's looking at his own thing. John's looking at his own thing. Damar's looking at his own thing. Like, we all need to be trying to look at that same target together. I'm fine if it's a little bit split, but it doesn't need to be so it doesn't always need to be this split, because this is this is the consistency of the fights that I've been seeing the entire scrim. It's just that Ryan and Yek are kind of trying to look at the same target. Jared's doing his own thing. Supports are even doing their own thing. We don't want that as much. We want it to be more all-on-one instead of us playing those one-on-ones, one-on-twos, two-on-ones. Because that's what's going to cost us fights. That's what costs Savinity, because Savinity's not helping anyone in this situation. She's not enabling anyone because she's doing her own thing, which is something that we don't want her to be doing. We'd rather the Lucio to be at least supporting the dive line in some way, supporting Jared in some way. And that's the same with you, John, as well. Queen dies, right? Good.
Dude, Meteor El Drago. Meteor El Drago, like, spin stealings is, like, barely.
We can keep this aggression. We're up. Queen is in spawn. We want to be stepping up. We need, again, like I said, one person on cart. One person on cart. We don't need 4 on cart when there's only 4 of them up here. We could have a 4-on-4, easy 4-on-4 right up here with them down a tank. We need to recognize that we have 4 on cart right now. We don't, when Ryan's taking a 1-on-4. We could be supporting Ryan here. Because again, cart does not move faster with the more people in push. Yeah, and because we let Ryan go up early without team support, he ended up dying. And now we're fighting a staggered fight because we're all going up staggered, trying to help him, who's already dead. Again, together. Something that we need to be doing. Engage together, set up together, fight together.
Meteor strike.
Dirty for dodge now. No. I mean, 30 kilos for fucking dodge. I went to a first.
It's the same thing again. It's the same thing. The reason it looks like we're about to lose this OT fight. Are we all looking at the same target? Are we all even attempting to look at the same target, or are we all just taking on our ones? Taking our ones, guys. We need to make sure we're all finding that same target. We can't be taking our ones early, because if our first initial engage of a fight is going to be us taking ones, that's not good. Because what's going to happen is if we clean it up later on, we might already be down a man or two, which we were. It looks like we tried to clean it up more towards the end of the fight, but we need to make sure it's a consistency throughout the fight, throughout the entirety of the engagement, from the setup all the way to the disengage or to the team clear. That's what it needs to all be the same. It needs to be together. It needs to be we're all on that same target, or at least mostly all on that same target. It needs to be all together. We can't be taking 1v1s or else we look like we're fucking solo queuing comp, which is what this map looked like a lot of the time. Okay. I have nothing else to say. Yeah, because I'm assuming I'm just going to see consistencies in this throughout the rest of it. So, do you guys have anything else? Anything to add or question or anything?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Ryan, you good? Lovely. Kevin, good? Lovely. Jared? Not Jared, Abby? Lovely. DeMar?
Everybody's sleeping.
Yeah, well, I have 2 of them in person right next to me, so I don't know where the other 2 are.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I saw you thumbs up. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we'll post this. If you need a review, I'm going to suggest everyone that currently isn't here, meaning Ryan and Majin, review. As long as you understood this, it wasn't as much on you, but as long as you understand, try to find your positions that support your team, as well as support Ryan's engagement. That'll be good.
I just don't want to overextend and fucking die.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And your positioning's not horrible, honestly. It's a little bit delayed compared to when Ryan's engaging, which I think Ryan could be, like I said, Ryan could be looking to more or less communicate when he's engaging before he engages instead of as he engages. And something he does. So, otherwise, I'm stopping recording.